boys and girls, how are you today? Welcome to lesson 3, which has the title Caught in a Cave. Our memory text comes from Galatians chapter 6 verse 9. Let's open the palms of our hands and do the verse together. Let us not become weary in doing good. Let's do the verse together again. Galatians 6 verse 9. Let us not become weary in doing good. Well done, boys and girls. That was good. Our message for today says that we can do good even when others are not nice to us. Has anyone done something unkind to you? What did you do? Did you get angry at them? Did you beat them up? Did you shout at them? What did you do? David shows us how to do good to someone who is mean to us. The soldier scrambled down the mountainside. He might have slipped on some gravel, then got his balance and ran on. Saul and the soldiers are coming, he may have grasped to David. King Saul is coming with thousands of soldiers. No longer a boy, David and his 600 men quickly climbed up to a big cave where they could hide. The cave was very dark and still. David and his men crouched behind big boulders. They barely breathed. David and his men had been running away from King Saul and his soldiers for months. King Saul had made it known he wanted to hurt David. Why? Because King Saul was jealous of David's victories in battle. The people loved David. They even made up a song about him, comparing him to King Saul. King Saul didn't like that at all. Suddenly, a man walked into the cave, a very tall, big man. That was Saul. The king turned and faced the entrance of the cave. He squatted down and pushed his robe out behind him. Look! One of the hiding men whispered into David's ear. God is giving you a chance to do whatever you want to King Saul. I cannot, David replied. God has made him king. I cannot harm him. Then David took his sharp knife out of his belt. He crept slowly and noiselessly toward King Saul, then reached out and cut off a piece of the king's robe. David crept soundlessly back to his men, but he began to feel bad about cutting the king's robe. When Saul stood up and left the cave, David followed him. King Saul! He shouted. Saul turned around quickly and saw David standing at the entrance of the cave. My man and I could have killed you, David said, but I will never hurt you because you were chosen by God. Look, David shouted as he held up the piece of material he had cut from the king's robe. This proves that I could have hurt you. Is that really you, David? Saul called back. You are a better man than I am, he said, with tears running down his face. You have been merciful. I know that you will surely be the king of Israel after me. Just promise me that you will not hurt my family. So, King Saul and his 3,000 soldiers began the long trip back home. God was happy with the way David treated Saul that day. So, boys and girls, don't forget our message for today. We must be good to everyone, even if others are not nice to us. So even if anyone does really bad things to you, never revenge, never get angry at them, never shout at them, but just be nice. Don't get weary in doing good. God bless you, boys and girls. Enjoy your day.